Hello beautiful bookshop friends! We are doing a bookshop on tour day. I am not in the bookshop, I'm in an adorable little tiny train station, and we're going to take a train for about 30 minutes, me and all the lovely women who work with me, and we're going to go on a little tour day. We're going to go visit Machynlleth, which is about 30 minutes train journey away. There's 5 independent bookshops and they have new, secondhand, cozy, vintage, antiquarian, everything in between. We're going to go visit them, support local by buying, and then also go out for tea and cake. Hopefully there's a cute little vegan place, and I think it's just such a lovely way to get inspiration from other bookshops as well and see what they're doing, see what kind of displays they've got on, see what they're recommending, chat to them. In a way, these are our colleagues just because they're other local bookshops in a small town in Wales as well, and it's just a really nice way for us to all feel connected and kind of celebrate each other and share cake. I'll treat everyone for lunch and then we'll take the little train home, so come along and enjoy the day out with us. We are in a little bookshop in Machynlleth, which is a nearby neighbouring town about 30 minutes away. We've come on a staff day out. This one's called Divvy Valley Bookshop, and it's got loads of really beautiful old ones. Some of them are so old they're in cabinets like this, so you have to open them and then have a look. I found this old copy of Now We Are 6, which is a Winnie the Pooh, and I think old copies of Winnie the Poohs are adorable, and they've got all the original illustrations. I think this is the poetry, but that's Pooh Bear there in the originals, which is super sweet, so I might buy this one. Let's see, I think this one's from 1941, so we'll see what else we discover, and I'm sure we're going to find so many treasures today. Joyce, what do you hope to get from? Are you looking for any book in particular?
I'm looking for a classic, like Little Women or something like that.
I've got a cute copy of Little Women.
Because I don't have that copy. I was just maybe I might get a nice old copy. They're,
We're doing Little Women for our book club this week, so that would be a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be cute.
Definitely.
One of my favourite things about different independent shops is seeing the collections that other people have put together and how other people, so this one is mostly very old antique books, but there's always a flavour of what people have curated, and when you come into our shop people say the same thing, so I feel getting to taste that flavour of another bookseller's bookshop, and you also get inspiration as well from how they've done it or how they've laid it out or what displays they've put on, so that's always delightful. Would you buy from this window? Book of Taliesin, yeah, with the folk tale. Yeah, for sure. I would go for Shaping the Wild.
I think I would go for the Naked Don't Feel the Water. I think that's a good
Yeah, sure. Came to this bookshop, but it was shut. We've come to this really cute little cafe, which is all vegan, for like a coffee cake. I've got double, triple chocolate cake, which just looks immense. I'm so happy. And we've all ordered toasties and soup, and it's very much that cold kind of weather, but I love supporting local, so yeah. We had gluten-free, dairy-free cake. In Machynlleth there's so many tiny little independent shops filled with like artists, because there's a really big artist community here. So you get a really big range of people in Aber, but here in Machynlleth there's a lot of artists, a lot of very creative people. So we're in this little place and it's got all this artwork. It's incredibly beautiful. I really like the stained glass windows and the pictures of birds. Alexia's more into the cats, but we all like slightly different things, slightly different tastes. So it's nice to see people's joy. The thing I love about bookshops like this is there's always these corners. If you could see me right now, I am entirely in a corner. There's like a tiny alleyway down here and different books. This is the transport section. If I put you down for a minute, I can show you some. I feel like these cozy little corners and vibes are what I try and create downstairs in our bookshop, which not a lot of people see, and you get to find books, like you can see piles that people have maybe hidden. Maybe they've wanted to come back for them and they don't want other people to buy them. They're like, oh, I hide like stacks of books in the corner. Or maybe they just don't know where to put them back, but quite a lot of times I find people hiding them and then they'll come back in a few days later, and if I've tidied them, they'll say, oh, I kind of put down a stack over here in this transport section. Can you tell me like where it's gone? So we are currently in Literary Cat, which is a little bookshop. This is a mix of new and secondhand, so more similar to our bookshop, but very piles and piles of bookshops, very like little corners, lots going on. My recommendations here, there's so many that I could choose to recommend. I think I would definitely say House in the Cerulean Sea, sorry. This one is a gay, cozy fantasy. It's very lovely to read, very heartwarming. In fact, I think Yeah, V.E. Schwab says, I loved it, like being wrapped up in a big gay blanket. And I think that is the best way to describe this book. I feel like also Claire Keegan, Small Things Like These, very, very little book, very little novella, kind of similar to Orbital. So if you've read that one and you liked that one, that's won a lot of awards last year. And this one's very small, very beautiful, based in a little Irish town and very evocative of that time. Nothing really happens, but like the development of how you think of the characters is what happens, and it's really lovely. And yeah, maybe it's not like a full novel, it's a little novella that was very, very beautifully written, so I'd recommend that one. Yeah, I'm going to carry on browsing and trying not to buy too many books, but I did just ask about Georgette Heyer to see if they had any Georgette Heyer books, which I kind of collect from around the world. They haven't got any yet, but I always like buying children's classics. Because a new book I kind of feel like I can get from my bookshop, so I'm more interested in children's classics. And it's still pouring with rain outside. When the owner's here, he's amazing. He always makes us cups of tea and just makes us feel like we're so welcome. And he always goes through like the different stockists with us and what different systems he's currently using. He's a really amazing antique bookseller as well. He does a lot of kind of antiques and sells a lot online, whereas we don't do that. Like, we can sell new books online if you're in the UK, but we do more social media and YouTube and things like this. So do follow us on all of our other channels, please, please, please. If you want to check out our Instagram and our TikTok and our Substack, that would be amazing. They all have slightly different tones, but it's very much this kind of cozy vibe. Whereas he does antique book selling, which I would love to get into, but it's a whole different world. You can actually do some courses on it up in York. So I've thought about doing that before, and even going with the owner from here to go and like learn a bit more about it. He's invited me to do that, which would be lovely. But it's also, there's so much to do and so much overwhelm that it feels like you have to pick and choose. But just seeing some of the really old books that he has here, it makes me want to start, because I mean, these books are just absolutely incredible, and the gold gilding and the angels and everything. And you can obviously make more money selling rare books. However, you have to really know your stuff, and to buy them is also its own thing as well. So yeah, that's maybe something I'll get into in the future, but we'll see. Signed?
It is signed.
It's signed and in a slipcase. Oh, that's great. The street was really good. Cinnamon Bun bookstore as well, very cute, very much like what I'm writing. Pyrenzi is fantastic if you've read that one. Medusa is very good. The Miniaturist was a bit like a retelling of The Borrowers. That was quite joyful. It's my favourite thing to go through a shelf and be like, which ones have I read? It's like playing, I don't know, like bingo.
For Mac, it's definitely, Case is very unique because he goes to great efforts to support. If he has young people coming in here saying, "Can you work over summer?" I've never heard them say no.
Really?
Maybe once when we already had like enough people. So,
That's
yeah,
really lovely though.
Yeah,
To be able to hire people is a blessing, and it's a blessing to the community as well.
Yeah, well,
Like, I
you're
feel
giving
really
them work,
grateful.
like particularly young people, like really unique work experience.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. And lovely and kind, and an opportunity to work around books, and yeah, I feel. Is there anything you'd recommend that you've read recently that you'd be like, this is the one that is absolutely genius, you can't not read this one? So I always think that's interesting, bookseller to bookseller.
Yeah, well, these sell
This your
really
table.
well. This has just come out, which look, I haven't read it, but it looks brilliant. The Ferment by Tim
Fermenting
Spector.
book.
This one I've started to read and is excellent. Have you got these in your shop?
One Woman Walks, is that Ursula Le Guin?
got two.
No, not Ursula Le Guin, she does.
She does really
Ursula
well.
Martin, she does
But
really
she
well
does
too,
really well.
that's fantasy. Ursula Martin, One Woman Walks Wales, yes, we have them in my shop.
Yeah.
She's published with Hono, isn't she?
Yes.
And that one's her newest
That's
one,
her newest
I
one,
think.
the European. She's in Scotland. She's done a book tour of the
Oh, really?
London to John O'Groats.
That's cool.
And then also there's a new book coming out.
It's very cool. She's got like her, she walked all the way around Wales and she's got her like route mapped on there. And then she stayed in different, I think it was mostly by people's hospitality. She stayed in all of the different beds that she's got in there too.
That's coming out soon. And
Do you know, I think she
dark
contacted
and
us
gritty.
about a book signing or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So we're going to
I
do
think
one
we're
on
having
next
her.
month. Yeah, are you?
Yeah, I think
good.
so. Yeah, we're having her in the shop to come and do a signing.
Have you read that? Yeah.
No, I haven't. Was it good?
It's dark and gritty and really uncomfortable and very good.
Ooh.
But if you like dark, gritty, uncomfortable, then it's definitely one to
I'm the opposite of dark gritty.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me this kind of
Yeah.
like cozy,
Yeah,
sweet.
absolutely.
This is like the antithesis, but also cozy. Well,
Yeah, but it's very
autumnal.
It's very good.
Is it kind of about the witch hangings and stuff
No.
that happen in Wales?
No, it follows the life of, or part of the life of one particular young woman, and in a culture that is, she kind of covers quite a lot about gender rights, obviously a lot about female rights, that how females are perceived, the struggles that you go through at certain times in your life.
That sounds like this one. Have you read Hagitude yet?
I've read some of hers, but I haven't read Hagitude.
It's very good. It's about and it's about getting older as a woman and what that means and how you are perceived differently and what how you can take control of that and how women are humans are one of the only people that have grandmothers. So women after menstruation's finished, there's still value to
That's
what we bring, like the grandmother energy.
There's definitely that in there as well. You know, that old sort of hag, so to speak, literally, but in her power. Very cool.
Okay, I have brought you down to the fantasy section of the shop because you guys know that's one of my favourite sections, and I have some book recommendations for you with fantasy, definitely based in different cultures and kind of folktale-y from other countries as well. So we'll start off with Daughter of the Moon Goddess. This is very romantic, very beautiful, very, very lovely. It's kind of based around Chinese folktale, fairy tale, myth and legend about the moon goddess. It's beautiful, it's romantic, it's quite gentle. So if you feel like reading that kind of thing, I would definitely say, yeah, that was really lovely Chinese mythology. We have Children of Blood and Bone. I haven't read this one yet, but it's been on my TBR for so long. And Beth absolutely adores it, and I hear that it's amazing. It's quite kind of call to rise, call to revolution, kind of feminist. I think it's meant to be really, really good. Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. If anyone's seen my other videos, you will have heard me talk about this one nearly every video because I love it. That's why. Because I think it's poetic and brilliant, and it's the kind of fantasy book that completely absorbs you into a totally new world. It feels like you're in the mindset of a character that's a genius as he learns his magic systems, and that's really fun to be in. But also it's so beautifully written. Don't let the first couple of chapters put you off because it's a slower start, but it's kind of like, you know, Lord of the Rings starting in the Shire. That's not where the story stays. And it definitely, book 2 is also incredible. It will change the way that you relate to other books as well. It's full on adventure. I've never ever recommended it to anyone who didn't love it. and come back in normally or email me and tell me how much they did. So if you read this one, please let me know in the comments. In fact, someone on the last video commented that I made them buy this, not made them, but recommended they buy it while they were in the shop, and they've loved it, and now their husband and their son are both reading it and they've loved it. So yes, Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. The only flaw with Patrick Rothfuss is he doesn't have very many strong female characters, which I love. He was saying, as an antidote to the lack of female characters in Name of the Wind, City of Brass is a kick-ass female character. She's so good. It's a completed trilogy, so if you love that, completed fantasy trilogy, set with like a full kind of, not just magic system, but world building, history, there's a future to it. There's kind of spin-off books that come from it, but also races, and there are jinn, and it's Middle Eastern. So kind of imagine like Egyptian Middle Eastern mythology, and then put it into a whole fantasy context, and then blow that up into like a revolutionaries fighting for what's right and her discovery. It's amazing. And enchantment and the spices and the smells, it's all incredible. Okay, lastly, I would say this is book 2, but they don't have book 1 in here, but I'm going to recommend the series anyway. This is the Mistborn trilogy. This one is book 2, but number 1 is called Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. It is, again, female main character, completed trilogy, complex magic system to do with elements like copper and different metals and how you bind them, and that was really good. And it's very much kind of, we need to overthrow an authority, and it was just really brilliant. If you like fantasy, if you like Name of the Wind and you're wondering what to read next, this one. If you like City of Brass and you're wondering what to read next, this one. And if you have any more recommendations for fantasy that you've loved, I'd love to know that as well, so like let me know. These ones are very classic, so I can go into maybe some more unusual fantasy if you've already read all of these and you're like, give me some more unusual ones, or if you want a whole romantasy recommendation, I can do that too. And now, because I'm a very good bookseller, I'm gonna go put these all back in the exact right places. Would you say that you specialise in anything in particular in here? Do you think you have a specialism?
Online.
Oh, online, yeah. Mathematics, okay.
We've got a really great mathematics section.
That's amazing.
But it's very general as well online. In here, now,
you've got everything, it seems.
Our most popular is the fiction.
Yeah.
But people, they love the art, and we have a lot of people looking at Welsh history and
yeah.
Welsh interest.